Let me just begin an overview about the Industry 4. Mainly, I'm going to talk about the future IT technologies. Myself, as Dr. Mohamed Ibrahim, I've been in this industry for the last 23 years as a cybersecurity consultant, working in various organizations across Middle East, India. Alhamdulillah, I've trained thousands of students across the globe, and some of the students are working in Australia to United States of America in various capacities. So what I'm going to run through today is about industrial evolution and how Industry 4 has become part and parcel of our life. Let me begin how we have evolved from 17th century to 21st century. And as we know that mechanical manufacturing is something which we all know about based on steam-powered machines, which was replaced with the human labor. We call it as Industry 1.0. Then we invented steam engines, and then electric-powered machines aided the production of goods in massive quantities. And then 19th century, we had this IT automation. And 20th century, we have now cyber-physical system use, which we are talking about AI, ML, and deep learning. So what is Industry 4 is all about? Just to touch a few basic on that, Industry 4 is about a collective term of technologies and concept of value chain organization. This is based on technological concept of CyberPhysical System. It uses IoT and also iOS. What is iOS? Internet of Services. And that helps us to move towards smart factories, smart cities, and anything starts with smart. So with modular structured smart factories of Industry 4.0, the cyber-physical system monitor physical processes, create a virtual copy of the physical world, and make decentralized decisions. Let me just quickly move on to what are the basic design principles behind this Industry 4.0. So they mainly focus on interoperability, like IoT and also Internet of People, IOP. And then they also talk about information transparency, which is one of the core pillar of Industry 4.0. It means digital plan models, virtual copy of physical world. Then they have them set technical assistance. That's something, the ability of cyber physical system to physically support humans by conducting a range of tasks. And the last but the most important things about Industry 4.0 design principle is about decentralized decisions. This is something, the ability for the cyber physical system to make decision on their own and to perform their task as autonomous as possible. So what are the building blocks of Industry 4.0? We're talking about autonomous robots, big data analytics, augmented reality, cyber security, IoT, and simulations. These are something which is part and parcel of Industry 4.0. So what's the technologies behind this Industry 4.0? We're talking about RFIDs, advanced robotic 3D printing, mobile technologies, cloud computing, and so forth. And how it impacts all aspects of the value chain, the business we run, and starting from factory infrastructure, human resources, engineering, tool designs and simulation, digital manufacturing, and sensors and actuators. So this Industry 4.0 has this impact in all this industry, as you can see. Let me just quickly run through how a digital enterprise, we are talking about digital transformation. The world is going through the digital transformation. So how a normal business with this digital or industry 4.0 technologies, how it can do digital transformation. So it starts from product design, planning, engineering, production, till the services. In all this project life cycle or product life cycle, the digitization is happening, and industry 4.0 technologies are used heavily in this transformation. So we are talking about smart services or smart machines, like condition monitoring, predictive maintenance, or online services, or virtual machines, remote maintenance. Especially with COVID, we have seen that many of them become online, e-commerce and online telemedicines and telemarketing, all those things. So data exchange, self-optimization, and individualization. These are some of the things which is happening in the industry. I'll come back to the video later on. Let me just quickly run through some of the major technologies used in Industry 4.0. Let us start with IoT. So Internet of Things is a system of physical things embedded with sensors, software, electronics, and connectivity to allow it to perform better by exchanging information with other connected devices. So that's called IoT. And IoT with robotics and automations, it is revolutionizing the entire industry. It's predicted that by 2025, there will be more than 64 billion IoT devices connected in the internet. And also the global IoT market is worth 1.7 trillion in 2019. It's going to be 11 trillion in 2025. That's a huge opportunity. And definitely this requires skilled force to be developed. And also the salaries of IoT professionals in India and Asia is almost 76% higher than that of the other IT professionals. That means if you are equipping yourself with this kind of technology, there's a better employment opportunity. Then let's talk about AI, machine learning and deep learning. So artificial intelligence is a buzzword we keep hearing in all the industries today. So artificial intelligence is the programs with the ability to learn and reason like humans. And you have something called machine learning and deep learning, which are a subset of artificial intelligence. So machine learning is an algorithm with the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. Normally, we use programming to take decision, but when you have machine learning, it can work like a human brain. It can do analytics, it uses statistics, and it can take actions without explicitly programming that. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning in which artificial neural networks adapt and learn from vast amounts of data. So even this industry, if you look at by 2019, it was around 2.42 billion, but it's expected to grow by 2024 almost $75 billion. And also the AI professionals are getting 60 to 80% hike while switching jobs, compared with the other average of 20 to 30% in other skill area. And the average AI experience of Indian professional or any from Southeast Asia is just 3 years, with almost 67% of them having joined or transitioned into their current roles in the past 2 years. That means it's not too late for anyone to jump in and start their career in AI. So let me get into another main area, technology, which is part of Industry 4.0, is about 5G. We are talking about cybersecurity, IoT, AI, automating industries. But what about the backbone? How it has to connect? The traditional 3G or 4G network is not enough to provide this real-time interaction which is required for these smart cities or smart factories, which is exactly what 5G is doing with this vast internet speed, connectivity speed. So it can go up to 20 gigabits per second. We are talking about 2 MB and 3 MB and 10 MB. Imagine if you are going to have 20 gigabits per second, with less than 1 millisecond, which is possible with 5G technologies. And 5G will be used to enhance everything from mobile broadband to interconnect billions of IoT. So we are talking about IoT, AI, robotics, but if they need to connect together, then 5G is something which is very important and the backbone of connecting them. So there is a 20 billion they're saying that to be invested actually in 5G value chain. The research estimate 5G will create 12.3 trillion of global economic output by 2035. And also expected to have 1 billion 5G subscription by 2023. So this is something which we are looking at as Industry 4.0 and cutting edge technology, where we need to focus and upskill ourselves. And the last one which I want to talk about is about data science. The old days are gone where they talk about oil is money, but now people are talking about data is money. All right, that's where Facebook, Google, and all the social media marketers are making money, not from oil, but with the data. So data science, big data, and data analytics is something which is revolutionizing how information being stored, filtered, exchanged, and presented. So just there is a minute difference between them. Data science utilizes algorithm and tools to draw insights from the raw data, because imagine every day we are transferring thousands of megabytes of data into the internet. So how this raw data has to be analyzed or programmed or taken. So this involves data modeling, data cleansing, analyzing, and pre-processing. This is about data science. What about big data? The enormous set of structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data in its raw form generated through various channels, and that's done by big data. And data analytics is something which provides operational insights. For example, if you want to understand how your company has performed in the last 4 years, how it's going to be in the next 3 years, so the analytics is something which is very important. Provide operational insights into complex business scenario. You want to do permutation and computation probabilities with the data which you have extracted to understand how my business will run or how my country is going to be. If you look at the recent political elections, be it a political election or digital marketing, even Facebook, Google, everyone is using data analytics to predict how the business is going to be or how the election result is going to be. So that's something which is very important to know about data science, big data, and data analytics. The last one is about, last two slides. The last one is about cybersecurity. Yes, we have been constantly exposing ourselves with our information in the internet. Unless you have a proper access control system, we call AAA, authentication, authorization, and access control. Who, how, what. If that demarcation is not clear, then the information could be used for, from cyber attacks, from hackers. It could create a lot of problems. So cybersecurity becomes the foundation for the Industry 4.0. Without security, it could create a lot of damage. It could bring down your business reputation, and even it can change governments, as we have seen in the recent elections. So cybersecurity is very important to make sure that all these technologies are protected, are used for the right purpose. And the last one is about blockchain, which is revolutionizing the fintech technology. We are talking about chain of blocks. They contains digital information. Picture them as packets of data all tied up like a chain. So we are looking at an industry where we will be having cryptocurrencies, digital currencies, and there won't be any intermediators, and blockchain is going to create a big industry and change the way we do financial transactions. So these are the basic about the industry 4.0. Just to summarize, we need to create a sustainable industry 4.0 environment, and there we have technologies. We talk about IoT, big data, cloud computing, robotics, cybersecurity, and we need to integrate that with the process like human machine collaboration, and then we can create a sustainable outcome like change in the economy and process automation or environmental protection. So this is a framework for sustainable industry 4.0 environment, and the impact is huge, the national level, global level, even the society level, even at the individual level. So when we talk about industry 4.0, we're also talking about society, which is called 5.0. So we talked about hunting society in the old days, and then we have agrarian society, then we had an industrial society, and we have now information society, and now it's going to be a super smart society. That's kind of a change the society is going through, and we need to equip individually ourselves as well as a country, with this kind of technology. I just end my presentation to talk about some of the relevant skills. I'm not talking about IoT or AI, but the skills which is required is about critical thinking, creativity, people management, emotional intelligence, negotiation, cognitive flexibility. So these are the skills which is going to remain. If these skills are there, we can master any new technologies and use it for a productive purpose. With that, I would like to thank the organizers, and I hope Dr. Abdul Khalik can talk about some of the offerings we are going to provide from IT Learning Academy. I just want to play one video.
Lose an acre and a half of forest every second. There goes another one. There goes another one. It's 15 billion trees a year. This drone gives us a way to fight back. This was invented by a company called Biocarbon Engineering. They're in Australia. It is a tree planting drone. It fires a tree bullet into the ground, right? Biodegradable bullet container, soil, nutrient-rich solution, little plant, driven by AI. So it gets fired precisely at the depth it needs to go to, in the exact position it should grow in. This drone plants 100,000 trees a day. They're building an army of 10,000 of them. They can plant 1 billion trees a year. Technology is finally getting to the point where it's making a serious, serious difference in this fight.